has been doing the impossible. But now, when we come to the first part of Mark chapter 6, he leaves the immediate area of the Sea of Galilee, still staying in the region of Galilee. He goes back home to Nazareth, which is about 20 miles up into the hills of central Galilee. It says in Mark chapter 6 and verse 1, he went out from there and came to his own country, and his disciples followed him. When the Sabbath had come, he began to teach in the synagogue, and many hearing him were astonished, saying, "Where did this man get these things? And what wisdom is this which is given to him, that such mighty works are performed by his hands? Is this not the carpenter, the son of Mary, the brother of James, Joseph, Judas, and Simon? And are not his sisters here with us?" And they were offended at him. So Jesus goes to Nazareth. He teaches, perhaps in the synagogue. He does amazing signs. At least the people are aware of signs that he's done. But the people of his hometown and his home region are offended at him because he's the little boy who grew up here. We knew him when he was playing in the streets. We knew him when he was working with his father, perhaps in the carpenter shop. How can he be the Son of God? How can he be doing these miracles? How can he have this great teaching? They just don't think a lot of him. And Jesus, in response to that, says to them in verse 4, "A prophet is not without honor except in his own country, among his own relatives, and his own house." The Bible says that they were offended at Jesus. The word there means to be caused to stumble. You know, we can be caused to stumble sometimes. Perhaps somebody that we knew in their youth becomes a great Bible scholar and maybe even a wonderful preacher or teacher. But we remember when they were maybe the kid that was roaming the streets and causing mischief or this or that, and we find it hard to see them as a great Bible student or a great teacher, and so we might find it hard to sit at their feet and learn. And we're not saying at all that Jesus was mischievous or anything when he was a child. We know that he wasn't. But my point is, he was a child. He grew up as a boy in Nazareth. He lived a life of a human being in Nazareth as a boy growing up. Didn't reveal himself until, obviously, his public ministry starts. So these people stumble at who they think they know here. They can't believe in Jesus as God's son because they've known him as the son of Mary and Joseph. They've known his family. And they have trouble believing in him as the Son of God. So the text tells us, and Jesus sees that a prophet that a prophet is honored, but not among those who are familiar with him. And so the text says that he could do no mighty work there, except that he laid hands on a few sick people and healed them. So he did some miracles, but their unbelief, the miracles that he would do because they had faith in him, those pretty much he didn't do because they lacked faith. I'll just say this about that. You know, sometimes the point of a miracle was to help a person exhibit their faith. And so Jesus would heal people on the basis of their faith. But other times he would heal people regardless of whether or not they had any faith. Jesus certainly stilled the storm, regardless of, what anybody thought about that. That was natural. But Jesus also, the man who had the unclean spirits, the legion of demons, what faith did he have? Well, we don't have any indication there. Jesus does a lot of miracles that don't require faith of the people, but then some do. And so those that required faith, I think, would be the ones that would be left off here in Nazareth. Well, we thank you for studying with us tonight. As we part, we'll show you a picture of modern Nazareth. It's a very large city. As I said, one of the things I want you to realize about this is so different from the Sea of Galilee and the placid lake that you have there. Here, very steep hills and deep valleys, and this is just not very far from the Jezreel Valley, the beautiful plain that runs crossways through the center of Israel. But the city of Nazareth, here's the topography of it that you see, much different place from where Jesus has been on the Sea of Galilee. Again, we thank you for studying